If your child has, say, 0 to maybe 15 words, the first thing you'll want to do is teach your child to imitate speech. What this means is that your child will repeat what they hear others say. The strategy that works best to encourage imitation is called turn taking. With turn taking, you perform an action, and while you perform that action, you pair it with a simple sound or word when you perform the action. Then you pass the toy or object to the child, and you watch them as they repeat the action, but you remain silent while they take their turn. Take your turn again, perform the action, pair it with the sound or a word, pass it to the child again, remain silent. That silence will be your child's cue to fill in that space. And this will be fun for children. It won't be demanding, it will be part of the play. Let me give you an example. So let me demonstrate turn taking. It's as simple as this. Say you're using blocks or stackable crayons. Place one on top of the other and say up, and then pass one to the child, but remain silent while they perform their action. Model it again, but only say it when you're performing it. Up. Your turn. My turn. Up. That silence will be your child's cue to fill in the silence as part of the play. It will be fun for them. It won't be demanding. It will be part of the play. You can do this, something as simple as put them away. In. Your child puts one in, you remain silent. If they don't, that's okay. Just model it again. In. Close the bag. Zip. Your turn. Remain silent while they close the bag. By now, they will probably be trying to fill in some of that silence with their own speech. It's okay if they don't say it clearly. We're not looking for clarity right now. We're just trying to teach the child to imitate. Using a truck, you can just push it. Vroom. Your turn. Vroom. Back it up. Beep, beep, beep. Your turn. You'll probably have to model this several times. Just watch, make sure your child isn't becoming bored or frustrated. If they are, just do another activity, but use the same strategy. They will quickly learn that you don't speak on their turn and they need to fill in the silence. Play-Doh is one of my favorites. With an open palm, you might say, push. Your turn. With a single finger, you might say, poke, poke. You can roll the dough. Roll, roll, roll. Your turn. Remember, remain silent while they perform their action. You can make a snake. S is a simple sound to make. S, only when you're holding it. Once you let go, you're silent. Put it away. In. Hand it to your child. Remain silent while they put theirs in. Zip. Your turn. Tip number 1, repetition is key. You will likely have to repeat the turn-taking model many times before you get a verbal response. First words are not easy to produce. Be patient. Watch your child to make sure they aren't getting frustrated or losing interest. If they are, move on to another toy or activity, but continue to use turn-taking. Tip number 2, silence is golden. Sometimes you may want to say your turn, but most of the time you want to hand the toy to the child and remain silent. The silence might feel odd to you at first, but this will be the key in encouraging your child to vocalize and fill in that silence as part of the play. Tip number 3, look away. Be sure to look away frequently when your child is taking their turn. Kids who have never spoken before can be reluctant to hear their own voice. You will relieve some of the pressure if they don't think they are being watched. You could pretend to look for another toy or even walk to a different part of the room. Tip number 4, build confidence. Some children who have never heard their own voice before may be particularly shy to vocalize. In this case, you may want to start by having them blow a whistle or a horn and build their confidence. Tip number 5, any sound is a good sound. Do not expect perfect pronunciation. Any sound is a good sound right now. We will work on clarity later, once your child is readily imitating. By using this turn-taking strategy, your child will begin imitating because they enjoy playing with you. Once your child is regularly imitating, we can expand their language and improve their pronunciation. Tune in for future videos where I will show you more strategies, tips, and techniques to help you improve your child's speech.